Good afternoon. Welcome to an hour of consumer news and comment. Today, we've all heard how great Polish plumbers are. How about Hungarian dentists?
I think competition is good for the market. A lot of dentists in the UK, I think they think they're in Switzerland, really, the prices they're charging.
Now, for years, some people have chosen to go abroad for their dental treatment. The attraction is the lower prices, but so-called dental tourism has become so successful, it's now possible to get the treatment without even leaving the country. Full-service clinics with dentists from Eastern Europe are now opening here. They claim their prices are well below the normal cost of private treatment. Pauline McColl has been to a clinic that says it sends 2,000 people a year to Budapest, but has now opened up in London.
Hello.
Good afternoon, how are you?
Oh, very well, thank you.
Take a seat, please.
Thank you very much indeed.
This is a normal annual checkup for you.
The first check, yeah.
The first check, yeah. Are you satisfied with the work?
This is the central London clinic of Smile Savers Hungary. Dental tourism, particularly to Eastern Europe, has been going on for years. The quality of treatment in places like Hungary and Poland is high, but the cost is well below the equivalent private dental work in the UK. This firm has been sending patients to Budapest for a decade, but for the last few months it's been offering treatments here.
We offer full orthodontic treatment, dental crowns, dental veneers, dental implants, even some form of bone grafting as well. So it's almost a full range of dental treatment that we can offer in London.
Veronica Muceri is the clinic manager. All of these services in London are possible because of a hefty financial investment in premises and equipment.
We set up 3 chairs in our new London clinic where we can do full surgery in one of the chairs, orthodontic treatment and general dentistry. It's fully equipped with digital x-rays, full operating theatre, brand new chairs, furniture, and it's exactly the same as the setup in Budapest.
The costs involved in flying dentists into the UK from Hungary for just a day or two a week are such that the clinic is still able to undercut UK-based private dental providers. The dentists themselves also seem to see a trip to London as a bit of a perk.
This is Arpad Hamri from Hungary. It's nice to meet you. As my diploma is fully accepted by the Dental Council here, I really enjoy treating English patients. They are always show up in time, and I don't feel any other difference between Hungarian patients and English patients. I really enjoy it.
Patient Craig Murray is at the clinic for an annual checkup, having had his complex treatment in Budapest over a year ago.
The reasons we came was I really felt let down by the NHS dentist, really let down. When I tried to go private on Teesside, it was going to be 20,000 quid close to. When I came here, it was a quarter of the price for 4 times as much work. From start to finish, the whole thing was brilliant.
As someone who's had, over the course of many years of having various bits of dental treatment done, what would you say is the key difference between what you've experienced in the past and the type and level of service that you've experienced with this organisation?
These seem to be a lot more caring, a lot more caring. The dentist we were using, there was a reason why she couldn't do everything. She spent more time telling me she couldn't do it than doing it. Whereas these just, fine, everything. I know you're paying for it, but it was anything you wanted done was done.
Do you think that people understand that the dental services you can get from people trained in Eastern Europe are of the kind of quality that they are at?
I think it's better quality. Absolutely, everything's been better. From the equipment, everything. I did say when we come back from Budapest that I would never go to that dentist ever again. I'll just come here instead. And now, a year later, I've come, they've done the x-ray, everything's fine, and I would do it again, yeah, definitely.
So effectively, even though you live in Teesside, here, this clinic in London is now your local dentist?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
This clinic is at the forefront of what is potentially a wave of Eastern European dental services coming to the UK rather than expecting patients to travel abroad for cut-price treatment. Simon Purcell is the UK partner of the Smile Savers Hungary service.
There was a criticism that was angled at us that the aftercare wasn't available in the UK and that you would have to fly back to Budapest if there was anything that needed to be done. That was one of the main reasons we set up the clinic, so that now people can, instead of going all the way back to Budapest, they can just come for a yearly checkup in London.
But in order to allow that service to be possible, it did require a hefty investment, which I guess meant you thought, Well, we might as well offer some services as well.
Well, absolutely, and that's why when people come to see us, they can choose whether they want to go to Budapest or have the treatment done in London. And it's the same dentist that you're talking about that you would be being treated in Budapest as in London.
Dentists now fly 2 patients here in London rather than all patients having to fly to Budapest to meet them.
Exactly, plus the nurses as well, and the receptionists.
You fly in everyone.
Everyone is flown in, yeah. It's really quite cost effective. It works out quite well. They rent a place here, so they're not incurring costs on hotels.
You are competing with UK-based, London-based dentists offering the same sort of service. How is it that even with all the costs of flying people in, renting an apartment, all of those sorts of costs, you, on your website, you still say your services here in London are still cheaper?
Well, it's because we're using Hungarian staff. The amount of money that people ask, say a dentist in Hungary, is a lot less. Now, yeah, we do have additional running costs here with taxes and the extra regulations, different regulations that we have to abide by, and that does add to the cost, but that is a simple addition onto the prices that the Hungarian dentists will be charging in Budapest.
Is it fair on local dentists?
I think competition is good for the market. I think a lot of dentists in the UK, I think they think they're in Switzerland, really, the prices they're charging. And I think it's healthy. I think there's a lot of customers out there, and yeah, why not? And especially in recession, it's a strange thing. We did expect to see a dip in the market, but really we've just stayed constant. And if anything, it's actually improved. Especially now we have a clinic in London. I think that's the final selling point for people. And I don't see why we couldn't expand further, say up north somewhere. I think the market is there and we can grow into it.
Simon Purcell speaking to Pauline McColl. The British Dental Association gave us a statement. They say dentistry isn't bought simply on the basis of price. Patients care about quality, communication and experience. And they say research shows high levels of patient satisfaction that they claim they have with dental care. And their own survey found that more than 3 out of 4 patients thought their treatment was good or very good value for money. Let us have your comments.